This video is sponsored by Caleb and Brown. They help their clients buy, sell, and swap cryptocurrencies with a 24/7 personal broker service. Sign up today. Let's move on to our next article about the old Binance CEO owner Shenzhen Zhao is released. So, Binance founder Changpeng Zhao is free after 4 months in prison. He is one wealthy man. Let's see. According to the Bloomberg report, Changpeng Zhao, otherwise known as CZ, co-founder and former CEO of Binance, was released from a U.S. correctional facility on Friday, September 27th. CZ, who was sentenced to 4 months in prison in April 2024, was originally supposed to regain his freedom on Sunday, the 29th of September. As reported by the Bitcoinist, federal guidelines allow inmates to be released early if their official release date falls on a weekend. Now, the Bureau of Prisons may release an inmate whose release date falls on a Saturday, Sunday, or legal holiday on the last proceedings weekday, and a Federal Bureau of Prisons policy statements. Now, why was CZ in prison for 4 months? If you forgot, let's find out. In November 2023, Zhao pleaded guilty to failing to implement an effective anti-money laundering program as CEO of Binance, the world's largest exchange. Now, after Binance agreed to cooperate and with a settlement of $4.3 billion, its former CEO was also charged with a personal $50 million fine. Now, as part of the agreement with the United States Justice Department, CZ left his role as the CEO and will not occupy any future executive position at the exchange. Now, the Binance co-founder was replaced by Richard Teng, the former head regulator for the Abu Dhabi global market. Besides admitting to infringement of anti-money laundering guidelines, Zhao's guilty plea also included unlicensed money transmitting and sanctions violations. The prosecutors wrote in the sentencing memo, Zhao knew that his decision was not to be implemented and an effective AML program would result in Binance facilitating transactions between U.S. users and users in Iran and other sanctioned countries and regions in violation of U.S. law. Now, during CZ's hearing, the prosecutors asked the court to pass a 36-month jail sentence to Binance's co-founder to reflect the seriousness of the offense. However, Judge Richard Jones reduced the sentence to 4 months, stating that there was no proof of Zhao's knowledge of illegal activities at his company. So, that's why he was in prison for 4 months, but he's still a very wealthy man. It was very slap on the wrist type of fee that he had to pay. But what is next for the Binance co-founder? Well, as earlier mentioned, CZ agreed to pay $50 million in a personal fine after pleading guilty to charges brought against him. But nonetheless, the CEO's fortune has been barely impacted by the case, as his new net worth is still estimated at over $60 billion. So again, like I said, he is still a very wealthy man. Now, it remains to be seen what the Binance co-founder's next endeavor will be, especially after being prohibited from taking an executive role for the exchange. It is worth noting, though, that Zhao pledged in his parting message to remain a passive investor and holder in crypto. Additionally, CZ revealed before his sentencing plans to build an educational platform named Giggle Academy. Giggle Academy is aimed to making basic education free and accessible to the underprivileged kids around the world. So let's see if he builds that. But so that's CZ's out of prison. He's still a rich man, but it looks like he's going to try to help kids around the world stay educated. So,